Hi everyone, I'm Don Smith and we are here on location. We've gone on the road with our photojournalist Bill McMeekin. We are here at the Pit in beautiful downtown Clark to talk to you about what all the rage is around the country, right Johnny?
That's right.
Pickleball, that's what we're here to talk to. This is Johnny Smashmouth. He is an instructor of pickleball, runs the pickleball program here in Clark, works very close with Ralph Bernardo, our director of recreation here in the township of Clark. Johnny, good to see you. Finally good to meet you.
You too, thank you.
Beautiful day we've got here this afternoon. Talk to us about pickleball. Now, in our pre-conversation we've had, I've been playing pickleball to a degree, at least I knew of it, way back. I ain't gonna say how old that is, well, because that's gonna backdate me, but let's say it was a long time ago in high school.
Right.
We were playing pickleball inside the gym, and it kind of disappeared, I kind of think, and all of a sudden, bam, it just exploded.
Yeah.
So, talk to us first. What is pickleball for those who don't know?
Well, pickleball is just a game that's got a combination of three elements from other sports: tennis, badminton, and ping pong. When I first played, I tried to describe it to my son. I didn't really know how to explain it, but he said, you know, it sounds like you're playing ping pong on a tennis court. And I said, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's a good analogy.
Super easy to learn. We can have you playing a game in 20 minutes. Very easy to hit a ball back and forth. As young or as old, when I started playing, there was a big misconception that the majority of the players were just retirees and old people, and it was kind of the case when I started. But the last 5 years, to go along with that growth and the explosive growth you're talking about, a lot more kids getting involved. It's a very big family game. During COVID, people were setting up nets in their street, like their dead-end streets, and get the whole family over to play pickleball.
So you pretty much can play it anywhere as long as you have a hard surface and you're able to kind of either chalk out some lines wherever you are. And
exactly.
You can make like a small tennis court. Now you can see behind me, we've got a full house here. Very similar to tennis, ping pong, like you said. First, let's start off with what we have in our hands first. Let's talk to everyone about the paddles themselves. What are these made out of?
Some of them are made out of fiberglass inside. Okay. They're honeycomb pattern, hard plastic. They're going to a lot more carbon fiber, graphite, things like that. Yeah. Everything with paddles is becoming more and more about combination of power and spin. And every year they seem to come up with a new solution to this, holy grail of paddles.
Right.
But in essence, anybody can play with a $50 paddle and be as good as they want, or they can go up into the $250 paddle range, which, is up to you.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of my bowling days. I did some competitive bowling.
Exactly.
The different bowling balls, resin, synthetic. I mean, there was every different lane type of variation.
Right.
A different bowling ball for it.
Right.
So, all right, so we got the paddles here, and again, the paddles that I was playing with in high school were wooden.
Yeah,
and
that's what they were.
About twice to 3 times as heavy.
Yeah, they were really heavy and not balanced as well.
Yeah, this is a real nice paddle. It's got a nice feel to it, nice and light. All right, let's talk to everybody about the ball. You got your little logo there, Johnny, right? Johnny Smashmouth.
That's him. Everybody thinks I'm Johnny Smashmouth. That's him right there.
That's Johnny Smashmouth. There we go, right there. All right.
So in essence, it's a wiffle ball, a little bit harder plastic,
Okay,
and it very, very susceptible to strong winds. So it is hard to play when it's too breezy. Like it started to pick up a little bit before. It's dying down a little bit now. A lot more enjoyable when there's not too much wind. But it's basically just a hard wiffle ball, and there's indoor and outdoor balls. There's a difference with the balls too.
Okay, yeah, I know in the winter at the rec center it was packed as well, playing pickleball during the colder months. And it was really just it was unbelievable how many people were there.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the paddle, we got the ball. Explain to us the game itself. First of all, how is it scored? Is it similar to tennis, ping pong? How would you describe it?
So one of the hardest things about pickleball is keeping score, keeping track of who serves, and where do you stand on the court.
Okay.
Playing is super easy. The score is the hardest because there's a third number in the score. Instead of just saying you and I as a team have 5 and Bill and his partner have 4, we now have to say 5-4-1 or 5-4-2 because each team gets 1 serve. Not like tennis where the same person keeps serving. We have to each get 1 serve during every possession.
Okay.
So if I hit a bad serve, I don't get a second chance, but my partner gets a second chance.
Okay.
So every possession, there's a server number 1 and a server number 2.
Okay.
It's just an easy way to keep track of whether or not your team served twice or once.
Okay.
And that's how the score goes.
I would have served once. I hit it across the net, so now it has to bounce once.
Right,
correct?
yes.
And if they miss it, then that's a point for us.
Right, only the serving team can get a point unless you're doing rally scoring, which is different.
Okay, so So we're going to go with the example.
Regular most common scoring.
That's right. So it goes over, I score, I serve, that'd be 1-1, and then you would get it, then you would get the serve, then be 1-2?
No, so since we only get a point when we serve, if we get a point, it would be 1-0, and you would continue to serve until we make an error. If we make an error, then normally, except for the first possession of the game, normally your partner gets a second chance for your team to serve. Once you've both served, if you fault again, now it's a side out, and the other team gets a chance to serve and score.
So on the next return to us, you would serve. Is that correct?
Yeah, no, it depends on whoever happens to be standing on the right side of the court. So sometimes it'll be you, and sometimes it would be me.
That's right, boy, memory. I do remember that on the right side of the court. Very good. All right, so we have the ball, get this, we know basically kind of how it's going to play. Johnny and I are going to take to the court. We're going to go through kind of a little 5-1-1, 4-1-1, whatever you want to call it, right? A little info here on how to play, and then we're going to show you some of the expert players here that we have here at these beautiful courts. And just amazing volleys. You'll see some of this stuff. It'll go volley, will go 1-2. I mean, it is wild.
It can be a very slow or a very fast game. Absolutely.
And that's I think the beauty of it is the pace of it. It can be very, very fast, and you really have to be able to move. A lot of knee work, a lot of footwork, and you catch your traction and figure out where the end line is and stuff like that.
Right.
Skill involved, and like I was telling you, Johnny, before we started, is that I used to be able to slice that ball like that, and then it would hit and bounce back.
Right.
We'll see if I still got it, Johnny. We'll see if I still got it.
Sounds good.
All right, we're going to take to the courts, so stay with us. Okay, friends, Johnny, we are on the court. First, give a real quick description of the court itself. What are we looking at here now? We're playing full court singles, just so everyone at home knows. Go ahead.
So full court singles. So it's just like a tennis court, about a third the size of a tennis court. You have your center line, sidelines, and baseline. The only line that's added in pickleball is what's commonly known as the kitchen line. And this rectangle, this green rectangle here running from this sideline to that sideline, is called the non-volley zone. So what that means is if you take the ball out of the air without letting it bounce, you can't go in the kitchen area or this non-volley zone area. If it bounces, you're allowed to come in here. The reason this rule was created is because one of the inventors of the game was 6'6", and he would stand here all day and smash the ball at his opponent. So they made this kitchen line.
That's it, real Smashmouth. All right, so now you said that kind of to warm up. Let's go through the procedure.
Yeah, warm up when you show up at the courts and you play your first game. You stand at the kitchen line and you just bounce the ball softly back and forth to each other. And notice it's okay for me to take the ball out of the air as long as I don't step in.
Right.
And this is just like a little warm up. And there's the spin shot, the famous Don Smith spin shot.
Exactly.
But the key is always to keep your serve in play if possible.
Okay.
So in singles, there is no third digit in the score. So right now it's 0, my score is 0, and I'm serving to Don, so it's 0-0.
Okay.
Here we go. Good.
Whew, I'm out of breath.
I like the enthusiasm. Right into singles he goes. Most people are paranoid of singles.
That's it. I guess that's what we played in high school. Singles and we had tournaments and stuff. So definitely do your little workout, calisthenics, whatever you want to call it, over at the rec center, senior center, whatever you're going to do. And get ready for the courts here, because this is a great game, Johnny. I gotta tell you.
It's fun. It's very addicting.
Very competitive too.
Yes.
As evidence of our friends here behind us. So you may hear a few off-color words, four-letter words, but hey, that's just competition here, right? All friendly competition. So awesome stuff, John. Really. I mean, if you haven't tried this, come on out. Go over to the rec center. Just get out and enjoy. Like I said, like you said, it's a very basic game, but then it's not.
It's for all paddle, it's for all levels,
all skill levels. You can come out here and look. I mean, even if you just hit it back and forth like this, that's still.
Some people don't even care about keeping score. They just want to come out and be in the sun, get some exercise. Right. Amanda in the white tank top over there. Her son was 8 years old when he started with us.
Okay.
And we have another woman with a 94-year-old dad. And they were playing 3 generations: the grandparents, the kids, and the grandkids.
94 years old.
Yes, 94 years old.
Fantastic. So, gonna get the blood moving. Even come out here for half an hour and do the thing. I was trying to get Johnny to trying to get that cutter. Just couldn't get it.
I got a couple lucky shots off the net in the short
No. Hey, look, I'm just happy I got a couple of points in. That
yes,
was
you
it.
did.
From a
yes,
pro,
you did.
from you, from someone who hasn't played in God knows how long, from double-digit years.
Awesome.
This is a lot of fun. Johnny, appreciate it. Tap paddles, my friend.
Awesome. Great
Good
job.
stuff. Awesome stuff.
Thanks for having
all
us.
for joining us. And again, come out here to the pickleball courts here at the pit. It's also the courts over at the rec center, right?
Yes, you can contact the rec center and they'll get you in touch with me through email or cell phone. If you Google pickleball in Central New Jersey or Union County, my phone number will show up. Or just get a hold of Ralph Bernardo and he'll pass your information along to me.
Yeah, everybody in Clark knows Ralph.
Ralph Bernardo has been supportive from the very beginning.
Yeah.
He had pickleball before I started in 2017, so he had the vision to know that this was going to be a very popular sport. Back then it was mostly for seniors, and now we've kind of together we've made it explode into what it is now.
I think we need to do something maybe with the council, the mayor, and everybody, get them out here and playing, right? And Ralph, with a little...
yeah, a little exhibition, right?
Yeah, a little exhibition, right. All right, Johnny.
Thanks
a lot. So for Johnny, Bill, I'm Don. Thanks for watching. We'll see you out here on the pickleball courts.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Bill.